Everybody. You were joining Logical Excess. This is the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt playthrough. Finally in Act 2. This will be Episode 1 of the Great Battle. And before we fully start Act 2, figured out how to finish. And it's very simple. Looking back on it, I couldn't believe I didn't figure it out. But I had to let that Wraith in the arena just basically win against me. So all I had to do was just stand there and let him defeat me. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. It's September 10th. It's 5:50 p.m. Hurricane Irma is about to start blowing up the area around here. So typically I'm only planning to stream for an hour and a half, 2 hours. But in this case, we might be limited by the power going out due to the storm. So I hope everybody is staying safe. I hope everybody is got food, shelter, and let's weather the storm out.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse. So he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Yeah, we have an inventory issue here. But we should be able to solve it because I think our stash is available here.
Can we talk?
Jesus Christ.
I'm looking for Ciri. Ashen hair, scar on her cheek. Seen her? How can I help you? You think universals exist as real and distinct entities, or only as mental constructs? So do I. So long. Can we talk?
But I say some of this should feel familiar from the beginning of the game, and it does. What do we have here?
Handwriting looks familiar. Berengar's. Papers have been lying here for years.
Berengar's notes. Damn hunk of metal, a week sweating with bellows and forge, and what do you know? There's Tor Airn shining in my hands, and then there it goes, cracking into shards with the first practice strike. Must have botched something in the alloy composition or cooled it too fast for forging. After forging. Hard to say, just gotta try it again, I guess, but not here, because Vesemir's already badgering me with his blasted words of wisdom. Should have known asking his advice was opening a bottomless can of worms. Don't know how Geralt puts up with that without going the rest of the way crazy.
How about that? He was working on a sword. And not just any sword, judging by his notes. Torhan ought to talk to Vesemir. Berengar consulted him. Vesemir might remember how far he got.
What's down here? Yeah. I really got to make it to the stash because I'm just going to be over encumbered. The Wars of the North. Myths, lies, and half-truths.
The Northern Wars, myths, lies, and distortions. Historical treatise by Restif de Montalon.
Most historians ascribe the trial, sentencing, and execution of Joachim de Vet to the violent, cruel, and tyrannical nature of Emperor Emir, although many authors with a predilection for sensationalizing propose loaded hypotheses about vengeance and the settling of thoroughly private scores. It is high time to tell the truth, a truth that is and has long been more than clear to every scholar. Duc de Vet led the Verdun group. To describe the manner in which he did so as incompetent would be far too kind. Facing a force half as strong as his own, he delayed the northern offensive, turning all his attention to the fight against the guerrillas of Verdun. The Verdun group brought unheard-of cruelties to bear against the civilian population. The result proved as predictable as it was inevitable. Whereas in the winter, the insurgents numbered a mere 5,000. By spring, nearly the entire country had taken up arms against us. King Ervil, a loyal liege subject to the empire, was killed, and his son, Crown Prince Kistrin, who sympathized with the Nordlings, was made king. With Skellige raiders biting at his flanks, a Nordling offensive became coming from Sedaris before him, and a rebellion at his rear. De Vet became bogged down in a chaotic struggle and suffered one defeat after another. This in turn delayed Army Group Center's offensive. Instead of pinning down the Nordlings' flanks as it was to, the Verdun group tied down Menno Coulhorn. The Nordlings took advantage of the situation. Immediately, they mounted a counteroffensive, breaking through the ring of forces, encircling Maina and Maribor, and thwarting any chance for the quick recapture of these important fortresses. De Vet's incompetence, ineptitude, and stupidity also affected morale. The myth of an invincible Nilfgaard was shattered. New recruits began to pour into the armies of the north by the hundreds.
Missing some pages.
It's locked. Yeah, this is the very beginning of the game, right here. This is one of the pathways you whenever you're racing Ciri to Vesemir. I think this is where the Wild Hunt comes in, right above that rampart, right there behind me. Okay, let's empty the stash, and then we can proceed with talking with Lambert. It's a relic. The final trial. Find Lambert. This is level 19. The task of preparing the phylactery fell to Lambert to his great dissatisfaction. His discontent came as no surprise to me when I learned of it. Lambert was not the most obliging of fellows, and Yennefer, well, let us just say she was not his favorite individual. Nevertheless, Lambert agreed to do the job, and Geralt felt he had no choice but to accompany him. So let's go ahead. We're here. I think he's right here in this room. Let's see what Lambert has to say.
Leaking again. Damn it.
Almost sound like Napoleon Dynamite. Damn it. Look at these paintings on the walls. See, this is what I don't understand is this is the school where they train witchers, right? But why would they construct such an elaborate castle or fortress just to train witchers? It almost seems out of place. Oh crap, this is a very big... Yeah! Here's the bathtub. There's the bed. Wow. So where are the doors to the outside? Maybe this is it right here. And it's locked. We have a basement? We do, but we can't enter it. Not to mention, this place would need to be really well staffed to basically keep it running. I mean, look at this. This is the kitchen or dining hall.
Monstrum, or a portrayal of witchers.
Monstrum, or Portrayal of Witchers, Volume 2. For it is well known that when a witcher inflicts torment, suffering, and death, he experiences a semblance of pleasure and delight, the kind a normal and righteous man only feels when performing his marital duties with his spouse. Ibidem cum ejaculatio. From this, it clearly follows that the witcher is, in the very matter of his being, a defiler of nature, an immoral and loathsome degenerate, born from the darkest and rankest depths of hell. For only one such as the devil himself can derive pleasure from suffering and torment. Note in the margin, the book is a key. The mines near Kaer Morhen.
Notes describe how to open a passage in the mine. Might be worth seeing what's down there.
Well, I'm kind of glad I went down here.
God damn it! You piece of shit!
Uh-oh.
Damned crystal!
You decide to blow us up?
Geralt, I'm sorry, but I'm in no mood for jests.
What's eating you?
Let me think. That was the third crystal to explode. It's been a week, and Lambert's still not done what I've asked. Vesemir spitefully insists on repairing the wall just beneath my window and starts hammering at the crack of dawn, while Eskel seems to have gone mushroom picking, not forktail hunting.
The guys. Well, they're not exactly happy with you.
Why is that?
Because you aren't willing to say what you're planning. You're treating them like pages, not including them. Us, actually, because I feel that way too.
I shall explain everything when the time is right. First, we must finish our preparations.
Heard about the bed. Really prefer to sleep on the floor? Wouldn't recommend it. That stone can get awfully chilly.
Frankly, I prefer a chill to bedding littered with red hair.
Oh.
So upset about Triss, you gotta take it out on the furniture?
Would you prefer I take it out some other way? Geralt, I don't want to seem like a vindictive shrew, but that very bed is where you just happened to fuck a dear friend of mine.
Damn.
Yes, I know. You'd lost your memory. Whatever. Let us agree that I will refrain from scolding you, while you will stop mentioning that stupid bed. Agreed?
Agreed.
Splendid. On to more pressing matters.
You got trust issues with us?
No. Actually, I fear you don't trust me. So I'd rather keep certain things secret, for the time being.
Pretty tortured logic.
It may seem that way now, but you'll understand in time.
Fine. What do I do?
Firstly, help Eskel and Lambert. One was supposed to get me forktail spinal fluid, the other was to fortify the phylactery with elemental power. I've yet to see anything from either of them.
All right, I'll talk to them. Anything else?
Yes. There's one other trifling matter. As you saw, my megascope's acting up, in rather spectacular fashion. I'm certain there's an energy source nearby, generating disturbances, making the crystals malfunction. We must find it and neutralize it. Quickly, I must contact someone. It's urgent.
Who you plan to contact? Or is that a secret too?
No secret at all. Ida Emian. Remember her?
How could I forget? Member of the Lodge, Elven Sage.
Exactly, a sage. As the name suggests, she should know a great deal. I'd like to ask her for advice about Uma. Satisfied?
Your sorceress friends, the sage and not-so-sage, they've let me down before. But if we gotta, we gotta.
If only you'd been this cautious with all of them. But no matter. Thank you for your permission.
All right. How do I find the source?
Use this Potesta Quisitor.
Potesta Quisitor.
Potesta Quisitor? Sounds fancy. Complicated.
Yet it's ever so simple. Grasp it firmly, move it around, and the louder it squeals, the closer you are. Spare me your juvenile wit, please. Well, what are you waiting for? Ah, one more thing. Thank you, Geralt.
Quest items. You have a new quest item. Prepare it for use by placing it in an appropriate slot in the inventory panel and selecting it from the quick access menu. To use the item, press or hold R1. Using the Potesta Quisitor. I already have it in my inventory. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to head back downstairs and help Lambert. But the curious side of me wants to keep exploring. And I think I did go up this, I think I did explore this area here. Yeah. I'm almost positive. That's the room where we started the game in Geralt's dream. But I'm not sure what's up here. Rusty bread knife. Okay. That's actually... Forktail? No, it's a freaking vampire.
Can't be far now.
No, this is the area where you start. I was completely off. Then where's the bed? No, okay. Here we are. Alright. First half hour of the stream, haven't really progressed much of anything. And haven't even followed through with what I promised, so let's get back on track here. Lambert. What are we up to, Lambert?
What's this? Brewing potions?
No. Booze from potato peels.
For my welcome back feast?
Actually, more like my farewell feast. Haven't heard? Madame Sorceress has requested I fortify the phylactery with power from the Circle of Elements. Says it's essential to lifting the curse from that monstrosity of yours.
Realize that monstrosity, as you put it, might be Ciri?
Yeah, I heard.
Mind showing a bit of sympathy?
I call him like I see him. That's how I am.
Know what? Never mind. Not gonna argue with you.
Right, no time to lose. The monstrosity awaits.
Lambert.
Oh, sorry. The potential Cirilla.
Don't sound too thrilled about all this.
I'm not. You know the trek to the Circle's no walk in the park. In more ways than one.
Let me go with you.
Well, might have more spring in my step with the famous white wolf at my side. So, you ready?
I have the phylactery.
Gotta take care of something. Wait for me.
Sure.
I'm gonna do a quick meditation and we'll be ready to go.
Everything's ready at my end.
No reason to wait. Let's go.
Oh, meant to tell you. Can't get to the Circle through the mountains. Rockslide blocked the pass last spring.
So we approach from the pond side, like when we did the trial of the medallion?
Exactly. Remember the way?
Not easily forgotten, that.
He who returns with his medallion will prove himself worthy and may set off on the path.
Vesemir ever hear you impersonate him?
Yeah. Old man can't stand it. Geralt?
Savola's breach. Still haven't patched it up?
Vesemir'd like to. Doesn't bother me, though. Not expecting anyone to lay siege, and this way I got a shortcut to the pond.
Shame those Salamandra assassins didn't punch a few more holes in our walls.
Or finish the job and reduce these ruins to rubble.
Damn. It sounds like Lambert's almost wanting to remove himself from the being associated with Witchers completely.
You gonna swim across the pond?
No, I got a boat moored there. You know, for fishing.
Wow. Never took you for the fishing type.
I use bombs. I drop them in and then scoop up whatever floats to the surface.
That makes sense.
Nice shot. I'm impressed. Where'd you learn them tricks?
It's an art. Learned it from this old master down in Zerrikania.
Yeah. Save that tale for your next sorceress.
Tell me about Vesemir. Things any better between you?
Seems so. Old man's dropped the moralizing, and I try not to piss him off too often.
Mm-hmm. Working out well?
Moderately. Castle's pretty big. Easy to stay out of each other's way.
Lakeside Hut.
Damn it! Moored it right here, I swear.
Line must have come loose.
Really? Here I thought the boat untied itself to go for a jaunt on its own. Damn it. In this fog, we'll never...
There a storm before I arrived?
Let me think. Yeah, 5 days passed.
Wind must have grabbed the sail, tugged the boat off its mooring. Boat drifted into the bushes.
Where in the world are we now? Okay.
Water hag.
Great. Last
Oh
thing
shit.
we need.
Oh shit. I'll say, bring out your sword, bro. Shit. That was a little anticlimactic. I thought that was going to be a little more involved.
All right. Cave entrance is just opposite, see it? Gotta sail across the pond, go through the cave, climb Troll's Head, and we're there.
Doesn't seem like such an ordeal now, does it?
Yeah, long time
No.
no see. It's
Still gives me the
probably
shivers,
been
though.
2 to 3 months, right?
You know, only 2 boys returned from my group.
You were the ones who ran into old Speartip in the caverns, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's still gnawing at you?
Gnawing? No. Straight old pisses me off. What the fuck was that trial for? Most who returned from the Circle of Elements died within a year in some swamp, hunting drowners for Crown 30 a head. So exactly what was the point?
Ought to ask Vesemir.
Oh, I have. Many times. Believe you me.
Hope everything's going well over there on the West Coast, right? I'm trying to remember now. Vancouver? Or Seattle? I don't remember now. Over here, we're battling with Hurricane Irma.
Let's go. Jump in the boat.
All right. I'm taking the tiller, though.
Because?
'Cause it's my boat, not up for discussion.
It's not you. It's really me. My streaming's been very inconsistent lately. Very inconsistent. I really wasn't even planning on doing this today. I was kind of thinking that I don't know. I just found an opportunity, and I was like, hey, you know, I haven't streamed in a few weeks. Might as well fire up the PS4. Yeah, we're safe. It hasn't hit here yet. Oh, what am I doing? I'm trying to take control of the boat. It's probably not going to. We're probably going to lose power here, and that's actually why I decided to stream. I'm like, hey, I might as well get a stream in before we lose power. But that's probably gonna be later tonight. I think probably, I don't, like maybe 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight.
Make this boat yourself?
Yeah. Something you don't like about it?
Besides the water up to our ankles? Nothing.
Quit whining. It'll make it across the lake.
Provided we don't smash into something first. Barely see the tip of my nose. Fog's thick as curdled milk.
Never took you for a poet.
Oh, but I am one. Want to hear a limerick?
Sure.
Lambert, Lambert, what a prick.
Not bad.
Wonder if I'd be the first streamer that
Fall off a bit. Sails fluttering.
Don't teach your grandma to suck eggs.
the first person to stream in a hurricane.
Right, almost there.
Is it a good interview? Georgia,
Ready for the caverns?
South
Almost.
Georgia.
Before we go inside,
Ugh, drink a dose of cat, I know. Any more words of wisdom, like step softly or you'll wake old Spear Tip?
sheesh, you're pricklier than Yen.
Ugh, don't fall in love with me. Let's go.
Hear that? Sounds like a kid.
You know this valley's uninhabited except for us.
I didn't even
It's
hear
gotta be an
anything.
illusion.
What if it's not?
Whatever you want to do.
We'll investigate, just in case.
You know, Vesemir's right. You do poke the damn hive, almost always. Fine. Let's go.
All right, let's go with Lambert, man. Or Geralt has a conscience. That's how I'm playing him. Yeah, Pete. Yeah, that's their. What is that? The state fruit. It's funny is I'm not a huge peach fan. I mean, I can eat. I can appreciate them, but they're not like one of my favorite fruits to eat.
Hey, little guy.
What is he doing here?
It's all right. You're safe now. Fine. Consider yourself vindicated. You were right.
Well, well, what do you know?
We can talk about that later. Got the foglets to take care of now. Time to end this.
Is that it?
An illusion. Who would have thunk?
You're not gonna let this drop anytime soon, are you?
No, I will not. In fact, whole world should hear about the time the famed Geralt of Rivia was duped like a child. Think we ought to get Dandelion to write a ballad about it. How's that sound?
Dandelion should sing about you instead. Lambert, the smart-ass witcher.
Better that than naive. Smartasses live longer.
Changing subjects. Did I see right? Was that boy...
Yeah, one of ours. Must have drowned during his trial. Foglets remembered his voice and appearance.
Charming. Let's get out of here.
Needn't ask me twice. In fact, I didn't even want to come here.
Lambert, enough.
Yeah, that is kind of weird how you keep saying he sounds like Christopher Lambert, and this other Witcher that he hangs out with's name is Lambert. Ready to go into the cave. All right, let's down that cat potion so we can see in the dark. So exactly what time is the hurricane supposed to hit here? Like, is it? You talking about like 1 o'clock in the morning? All right.
Shit, too damn high.
Not if I give you a boost. Remember? Part of the trials.
A Witcher is a lone hunter.
But even a lone hunter can use a helping hand sometimes. Vesemir.
Ready?
Oh, you fat fuck.
1, 2, 3. You're no feather either. Come on, let's go.
What in the world? I really have a feeling that the winds are going to be pretty bad here, and I can't believe, like, I guess, I have a feeling like early in the morning, there's going to be issues with, like, on that highway out there, Highway 1. You know there is, because that highway is, whatever. It's just the way it is, man, like. I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's probably going to turn out that I'm not going to be able to go into work tomorrow.
Hard, maybe?
And a wake old spear tip?
What? You afraid?
No, I just think before I act. Mind not stomping like that.
Relax. I slipped.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. It's just the highway that... Yeah, I think we're just going to have a bunch of debris on the highway out there.
What?
Something fell in my eye. Splinter, I think.
Hope it wasn't from a broken mirror. That'd make you even nastier.
Ha ha.
Okay, what is this here? Yep. What about this side over here?
Ugh. Place reeks of mold.
What did you expect? Scent of violets?
Would have been nice. Ah, so soft and sweet, just sleeping there. Makes you want to make this moment last forever.
What the hell is it? It's a freaking troll?
Lost the element of surprise.
No, it's a freaking ogre. Jeez. Yeah. I'm a little over leveled, I think, for this area.
You gonna live?
Probably.
Let's get out of here.
Wait. That's for Voltaire, you whore son.
Voltaire?
Voltaire. Who's that?
Don't remember? Little guy. A scar on his chin right here.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
All we can do now. Never made it out of here.
Oh, man. I'm thinking the music track is messed up. Smeagol had too much cocaine. That's a pretty good one. Okay, so... yeah, there is definitely something wrong with the audio track. Wait a second, did I, no, I didn't even loot this. Cyclops Eye. I don't think he saw the comment. That's my brother. I didn't even catch the comment until after I killed the ogre. I'm just a bad streamer. I need to pay more attention to the chat. Yeah, I actually did. Probably... I was a lot closer to the end than I thought I was. I think the last time you were in the stream.
Oh, good to be back above ground.
Mm-hmm. Still trouble ahead.
You mean the trolls? They're in for trouble, not us.
Don't know who you're trying to impress. Tough guy stuff's just not working on me.
Look who's talking. Vesemir told me about that job you did for those Nilfgaardians in Velen. What? What are you doing? Killing monsters. Good one.
Just came out that way. Come on.
Which game? This one or Setsuna? I presume you're talking about Setsuna. I like both games, actually. Setsuna was good.
Magic. A place of power.
It's just this game takes forever to finish. This Witcher game. How many hours I've been dumped into this game is crazy.
See him shit and run as soon as he saw us?
Mm-hmm. Never known a troll to do that.
Well, it's definitely a different style of RPG. I'd say this is more in line with a, well, it is like a Western style RPG, sort of like Skyrim and what is the other one? Morrowind. Skyrim, Morrowind, and Oblivion. But not quite the same. Like, my brother is more of a Oblivion and Morrowind fan. He's not too big on the Witcher games.
Witches is to walk no more. Stops. This mountain, Trolley Mountain. Troll Mountain. Oh. Hi! This Troll Mountain.
You talk to these idiots.
Stay calm. We just want to get to the circle.
Witches is thing one say, thing two do, thing three do. Sometime.
Enough! Out of my way, dimwits, or I'll grind you to gravel. Understand?
They understood all right. Congrats.
Run for the cave! Before they stone us to death!
Now he plays The Witcher. Well, then you're probably a little familiar with it. I mean, you probably caught him playing it sometimes. Oh crap, these guys are not gonna let us get out of here without a fight. Kind of figured.
We walk throws. News goes no far more. Witches is understand it?
We understand it, but we still gotta get to the Circle of Elements.
Listen, but we trolls come no to Witches castle. Rocks lots there. Pretty rock.
Enjoying this little chat? Cause, it's not getting us anywhere.
I'm talking. Fact is, you know as much about negotiating as they do about grammar. We're not here to hurt you. We don't want to touch your rocks. Just let us pass.
Troll rock throw. Witches strike no back. Just talky. Witcher, good? Only you. Witches is monster kills. Trolls monsters. Yes, true is. No face make.
I can hardly understand what the hell they're saying.
We do go this. Use sharp back clubs leave here. Use pass. No agrees? We smash.
We do go this. Use sharp back clubs. Leave here. Use pass. No agrees. We smash. Okay, I got you.
All right. We'll leave our swords here. Pick them up on the way back.
Let's see if this works.
What can know? Thick metal. Mouth stings.
You nuts?
Shut up and follow my lead.
I think you might have missed your calling. If I remember Pappy Vesemir's lessons correctly, Witchers kill monsters.
Your memory's shit. They only kill harmful monsters.
They threw stones at us, Geralt.
Whine about it to Eskel later.
Just a few steps more, and we're there.
Ooh, that's some serious panting. Out of breath, out of shape.
Out of shape, out of breath. Well, I think they do live to be about 100 years old or more. Maybe 200.
Well, we made it.
No denying that. Damn. Beautiful view.
Must be if you noticed it.
Geralt, who do you take me for?
Let me think. A sourpuss?
Fair enough. But save the rest of your compliments for later. Let's get to work.
Remember how this circle works? Been a while since I activated my medallion here.
It's fine, old man. No need to make excuses. Light the torches and place the phylactery on the altar. I'll handle the rest. How'd it go? Water, then earth, then air?
Speaking of JRPGs, the studio that created Setsuna, aren't they releasing a new game pretty soon? Here we go. Gotta admit, the graphics in this game are top notch. Let's see what happens. Wow, I picked up some undiscovered locations here. I have to come back and explore those areas.
All right, phylactery's in place.
Then all we gotta do is wait. The container will absorb the power of the elements, while we catch a breather. So, how'd you deal with the trolls when you passed the trial of the medallion?
Let me think. Oh yeah, used Axii, but I only had to get past one troll. Other two were busy.
Yeah, useful sign, Axii. Saved my life a short while ago.
Sense a good story coming.
One of the best. A couple of road robbers stopped me. One pointed a crossbow at me, and the other started rummaging through my satchel, and made the man with the crossbow shoot his friend, then hang himself.
Didn't have to kill them.
But I could, so I did. 2 whoresons less in the world. Big deal.
Tell me, you always been such a cynical bastard?
No. I was adorable before Vesemir brought me to Kaer Morhen.
Think it's that bad being a Witcher?
Guess I could have been someone worse. Just a shame I had no choice.
It was our destiny.
Destiny? Let me tell you about destiny. My dad was a drunk. He'd knock a few back, then beat me and Mom bloody. We prayed for his death every night. One day our prayers were almost answered. Dad lost his way coming home from the tavern, walked smack into a nest of neckers. But some Witcher saved him. Know what he wanted in return?
Coin. Like they typically do.
Give me the first thing you see when you get home. My life.
Oh, the
For
child.
the life of that prick? I say fuck that kind of destiny.
Didn't know. I'm sorry.
Next time you wonder why I'm so bitter, well, there's your answer. All right. We've griped enough. Let's get out of here.
Need to get our swords. Witcher with no swords like a man without an arm.
Sure thing, brother.
Witches is his sharp back club takes, and home goes.
Don't worry. I don't need convincing. Come on, Geralt, let's go.
You go ahead. Gonna stay here a bit.
Not too long, though. Remember, we got ourselves a cripple to cure.
Geralt and Lambert braved the dangerous path to the Circle of Elements, which took them across a drowner and foglet-infested lake, through the cave in which old Speartip slept, and over mountain passes home to mistrustful and treacherous rock trolls. Along the way, all the differences between Geralt and his younger comrade were exposed in sharp contrast. Sparks flew between them more than once, and biting commentary and barbed remarks were the order of the day. Geralt tolerated Lambert's prickliness with admirable stoicism, for he knew that the younger Witcher's famous sarcasm served only to cover his many deeply felt, never-healed wounds. So, looks like we've completed that quest. And I guess, what am I hanging around here for, really? I don't even know why I agreed to just hang around here. I think there are some hidden locations here. And that's about it, really. No, there's one right there. Character entry, Lambert. Let's learn a little bit about Lambert. A little more about him. The youngest among the Witchers of Kaer Morhen, and perhaps the last ever trained within its walls. By the start of our tale, Lambert had proven his chops many times over, having hunted down many a mighty beast and traversed nearly all the continent's realms several times over. Yet he had also developed a reputation for arrogance and sardonic humor, and his gruff and at times excessively blunt manner could irritate even his fellow Witchers of the School of the Wolf. Whatever his vices, it went without saying that Lambert would brave the fires of any hell for his companions. If destiny truly chooses which boys become Witchers, then in Lambert's case it had made a twisted, cruel choice. After hearing his story, Geralt had to admit that Lambert had every reason to be unenthused about the lot fate had granted him. A chance encounter of two Witchers hunting the same Mechamar turned into a tale of old friendship, murder, and vengeance. The moral of the story, don't mess with Lambert. I think that last part was triggered by a quest that I completed earlier in the playthrough. And that's that. So you think it looks a little too similar to I Am Setsuna. That's kind of unfortunate, but I think that's a really hard thing for developers to do, is to create a new, to put like a new spin on the JRPG without looking like the same thing, like something they've done before. What is it called, though? I'm gonna play it, most likely. Regardless. Ouch. Your boyfriend's watching. I hope I'm not spoiling too much of the game for him, unless he's already completed it. Damn. He's a committed dude, because this game is long as crap. I don't think I would play through it again. I mean, I like the game, but just the amount of time it takes to play through it. I know on my second playthrough it'll probably go quicker. But I've got other stuff I want to get to. You know what I mean? Like, I started streaming. Believe it or not, when I started streaming this Witcher game, I was also streaming FF15 at the same time in parallel, and I had to drop one of them because it was just annoying having to hop back and forth between the two. So I decided to put FF15 on the back burner because it's a little bit newer than this game. And what's happened as a consequence is I haven't got back around to streaming Final Fantasy 15, and I don't know when, because I have to finish this game, and I'm finishing this game at a snail's pace. I think I'm lost. Yeah. This is where I want to go. Right here. Well, I thought this is where I want to go. Where in the hell? Yeah, I have a feeling FF15 probably won't be quite as long as this game. I mean, it's going to be a long game, but this is... Because I also want to do the... what is it? The DLC for this, which is Blood and Wine, which is supposed to be almost like a... Could have been considered a standalone game. Oh, great. Now I'm... now I'm overburdened. Shit. See if I have anything I can throw overboard. This is junk. There we go. No, all right. Is this where I need to go? Is this where I need to go? I think. Yeah, I think this is it. I think I found the way out. Completionist FF15 about 150 hours. You said FF15 back to back? What else were you playing at the time?
Place of power.
No, I'm right back to where I was.
Should draw from it.
This is... Yeah, definitely don't want to fall down there. I will die. No, you fucker. Jesus Christ. Thought I fell there. I think I should have fallen, actually. What the fuck?
Ah!
I loved it. Played nothing else. Almost did nothing else. So, okay, I just trying to understand what you meant back to back. You mean like non-stop? Like just... Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll really... It's not that I didn't like the game. I really liked the game, actually. And I got to, I think, Chapter 4. And then I just put it down to finish The Witcher because I like The Witcher as well. And I'd started The Witcher a little bit earlier. But you know how RPGs are. They're a big time investment, typically. All right, now... All right, this question mark over here, how do I get to it? Let's see here. Well, damn. Binge gaming. I can't do that. Like, I'm not, I mean, I'm not, like, no offense or anything. When I was a lot younger, I would binge the crap out of games, but now I find I have to pace myself more. Don't have as much free time, unfortunately. I think that has a huge part to do with inability to binge a game like that. Whip out the window and butterfly yourself. Maybe I am going the right way. The music track's trying to come back in, but it's messed up. No offense taken. Boyfriend just said you could because you're a huge fucking nerd. Meaning like being able to play it back to back like that, playing it over again. Yeah, that's a whole nother level. Now where the hell am I going? All right, what... I tell you what, I might as well go ahead and do this. I'm going to catch this undiscovered location, because if I make my way back down here, I almost guarantee you the way that I get this undiscovered location, I have to get across the river and to get to that path right there and go through these ruins. I don't really think it has much to do with like being like a huge nerd. I mean, I guess technically you could consider me a huge nerd. I'm sitting here playing Witcher 3. It's just Jesus Christ. That's a lot. That's a lot of time. How do I get back down here? I don't want to fall off the side of a freaking mountain and die. Oh, here we go. I think. Here we are. The clearing. The clearing. Your coworker must be a hardcore Skyrim fan. Although I have to say my brother probably has that many hours in Skyrim if you account for all the games he's played. Can I do that now? It's not going to let me commandeer the boat? Well, damn. Oh, here we are. Look at this reverse. It's super slow. What the hell? Oh, by the way, you see the Square Enix is making a Secret of Mana remake. I think they're going to release it early next year. Really? Secret of Mana. I thought you... correct me if I'm wrong, I was thinking that you told me that the FF6 and Chrono Trigger were like your two big favorites. I know all those titles came out on the SNES back in the day, so I mean, they're all kind of... Hell, I played them back when I was a lot younger, you know? Including Secret of Mana. They were all good games. It's kind of hard to pick one over the other. Son of a bitch. They're level 5 though, they're not doing shit. Journal kept by Sheard, the mage Hieronymus' assistant. The journal kept by Sheard, the mage Hieronymus' assistant. I write in great haste, for each moment might bring my demise. A band of peasants wielding all manner of sharp or heavy farmyard implements has stormed the keep. I was in the workshop when they attacked, working on a new silver sword diagram, and did not notice the mob's approach. I have barricaded the doors, but know this cannot last forever. I can only hope Varen will come and rescue me before they break through. Luckily, we completed work on a new steel sword diagram a few days ago and gave it to Varen to forge. Armed with this fine weapon and aided by his Witcher pupils, I'm sure he'll easily handle a bunch of peasants swinging hoes and rakes. Yet even rakes can do great harm to an unarmed scholar such as my master. Hieronymus has been shut up in his tower for days, absorbed in his work on a new armor diagram. He might remain oblivious still to the danger he is in, should the mob find him before Varen can slice them down. And to think, I nearly escaped this nightmare if I had only listened to my master. Hieronymus had drawn up some notes for me on locations connected with the legendary Elgar, a Witcher of the School of the Wolf. It is said Elgar had devised some improvements to the school's gear, and I was to follow his trail in search of these diagrams. Had I left even as late as yesterday, I would have been a safe distance from Kaer Morhen. By the time the mob attacked, instead I tarried, and now I cower, fearing for my life. So I got a diagram here for the Woven Sword. Cool. I had no idea this was tied to a quest. I'll admit, I played the hell out of Secret of Mana back when I was a lot younger. I don't think I ever finished that game. I know that I finished Chrono Trigger, I finished Final Fantasy VI, but I think that's one of the games from the SNES era that I never completed. So I'm kind of looking forward to this new release because, hell, it's a remake, and I'll probably finally finish Secret of Mana for the first time in my life. The remake looks pretty good, though. Seriously, and the top-down action sequences. I hope they keep it co-op, because that'll be fun as hell to play. Alright, so I guess this is not how you... Oh, maybe it is how you get over here. Hell, I might stream that with my brother. Co-op play. Son of a bitch. Because he, believe it or not, like, he was who I co-op played back when I was like 11 years old. There we go. Oh crap, it's a freaking Leshen. Alright, let's repair this sword. Amateurs. Why do I have a freaking crappy steel weapon equipped? Alright, Griffin Silver Sword. Why don't I have the Griffin Steel Sword equipped? There we are. I'll just drop this one. We go riding in a hurricane. It's actually pretty good timing because I'm going to fast travel back to Kaer Morhen and I'm going to end the stream here. I like to keep these streams like 2 hours or less, so I'm not going to be playing too much longer. And the audio is all messed up. I didn't even hear the whistle.
Let's go!
And I think it's going to be fun riding out the hurricane. we'll try to make the most of it.
Come on now.
There we are. There we are. Let's fast travel. All right, folks. Glad you could join us for the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt playthrough. This is Act 2, The Great Battle, and this is the end of Episode 1. Love to continue streaming, but we've got a hurricane in our backyard here, that I have to make sure I've got everything prepared for. This is Sunday evening, so I typically don't stream until the weekends, and that's intermittent. I'm very inconsistent with that. I'm trying to correct that. But depending on what happens tomorrow, well, I don't know. The power will probably be out. Probably won't have any electricity, so don't expect me to stream tomorrow. So I guess I'm going to have to postpone this until the weekend, next weekend. So yeah. Go Girl Anime, you have a great night. And I'll catch you in the next one. Just look for me on the weekends. If I'm streaming, I'm streaming. If I'm not, I'm probably traveled. I'm probably somewhere else other than where I am here right now. So take it easy. Peace.